Yo, what's up, guys? What is going on? Hope everybody's doing well. PSG versus Seattle Sounders 2-0 in what started off as a really good game. Really good first 5 minutes for Seattle Sounders that were pressing. They brought it to PSG, and they were playing at home as well. They were playing in Seattle, and they were just pressing PSG. It was so nice to see, so interesting to see that, because you started off the game with PSG doing what they do normally. I don't know if they did that in the last game against Botafogo. With the ball just chucking it to the sideline. But yeah, they started off with that, with the pressing, but it was Seattle that was pressing them. And the first chance of the match actually came from Seattle Sounders with, I think it was a header. It wasn't the clearest of chances, but they got to the other side, which I didn't think that was going to happen. Like, at least not from the beginning. I thought maybe at some point, yeah, Seattle Sounders were going to be able to get a chance in. But yeah, they had the first chance, and then it was Doué, obviously, with the shot. And the goalie, really good from the goalie. I think it was Fry that ended up blocking and sending it to the corner. And then, yeah, mostly it was just PSG dominating the whole match. This whole match just reminded me of, another training session for PSG in terms of how to attack. And a hell of I gotta really take my hat off to Seattle Sounders, because that was class from them in terms of their defense. What a defense from Seattle. What a defense. And they were able to keep it up all the way until the end. Unfortunately for them, they got the goal with a deflection. That was never going to be a goal, that Vitinha shot. And the clearance wasn't the best clearance from the defense. That was like their only error, maybe. And ended up going to Vitinha, and Vitinha gets a shot, which was going nowhere near goal. And thankfully, Kvaratskhelia was there to be able to deflect it in, and they got the 1-0. Otherwise, maybe it could have just gone to a 0-0, at least for the first half. This PSG team, that's what I want to see from, that's what I wanted to see from Real Madrid, Chelsea, even Manchester City, because I did catch half of one of the Manchester City games, and Manchester City don't do that anymore. I mean, right now, I think the last game that they played against one of the Saudi teams, the last game that they had, maybe because they won 6-0, maybe they were able to do that. But I did not see that in the first game. I did not see that with Real Madrid. I saw that yesterday with Real Madrid. I did not see that with Chelsea against Flamengo. Just the way that they're combining the creativity, the ideas that they have, the way Luis Enrique just elevated these players. And these players at the beginning of the season, you couldn't say that they were much better than Real Madrid players. Not much better, at least on paper, not much better than Chelsea players. Absolutely not. Chelsea, on the face of it, looked like they're a better team than PSG, but they're not. Clearly, they're not. And just the combination with Hakimi and Doué, Ruiz with Neves and Vitinha get at it with everybody. And then on the other side with Kvaratskhelia and Mendes and Mendes with Ruiz again, just all that to be able to penetrate and get past the lines. Now, there weren't that many clear chances, and I don't think it was a matter of PSG not being as clinical. Just that defense was impenetrable. That defense did a wonderful job against PSG. Absolutely amazing. And of course, PSG were doing everything to be able to get their chances there. And they did have some chances. And yeah, maybe, the sword wasn't as sharp as, as it usually is. But Seattle Sounders, my God, what a defense. Really, everybody played really well when it came to being defensively. But the only caveat with the Seattle Sounders, and it was pissing me off, was their breakaway and their counters. Wow, what, the horrible decision making every single time. And one of those, it actually paid off in favor of PSG, and that's how they got their second goal. I don't know if it was one of the Roland guys or brothers or whatever, but ends up cutting it, and you're not gonna get to the ball inside the box in that short amount of time by cutting it like that. Either you should have passed it, or from that distance, shoot it. There's no way you're gonna miss. There's no way you're not gonna hit anything but the target. You feel me? There's no way you're not gonna hit anything but the target. And he ends up cutting it in, and obviously they take the ball away, and Barcola, really well with the hold up, passing it to Hakimi. And how many times have we seen Hakimi in that position? He's used to it. He's been scoring so many goals that way. He gets it in for the 2-0. Almost every single counterattack from Seattle Sounders, just bad position. And it wasn't so much, PSG doing well and recovering the ball, getting the ball back. But it wasn't always because PSG were that good getting the ball back. It was the decision making, just poor decision making when it came to passing it to each other when they were doing the breakaway or the counter. And that was very, very infuriating, because they had a chance to maybe even beat this team. Yeah, they probably, or at least tie, or at least score, have a goal, go out the tournament, because they're out of the tournament now. So go out of the tournament with at least a goal. So it was unfortunate to see that. It was really unfortunate to see that. I thought they played really well defensively, absolutely brilliant from Seattle Sounders, and it was only offensively that they just didn't have that cohesion, that understanding. It really seemed like they were, I don't know, they were in over their heads when it came to attacking. Like they didn't know what to do. And PSG, as always, I thought everybody was good for PSG. Doué in the first half, he had mostly control of the tiller when it came to the attack, along with Vitinha, of course. But he's the one that created a lot of opportunities, and he was just gliding at one point. Kvaratskhelia as well, Mendes going up, Hakimi, just a monster machine, just going up and down and up and down. With Mendes as well, nothing new that we haven't seen. Even Reece, I'm telling you, I don't see this in Chelsea. I don't see this in Real Madrid. Maybe yesterday we did see this, or you guys saw this with Manchester City, but right now, Reece, who I don't deem as a good player, that I said he does not belong even in a PSG. Now, I mean, PSG is this big team. It's the best team at the moment. I do see him actually playing in Real Madrid. I do see him playing in a Chelsea or a Manchester City and actually being a huge asset to one of these teams. Not even a year ago, I would have said this guy was garbage. I used to call him, I think, Trash Ruiz or something like that. So really good from PSG, and excited to see what happens at the round of 16 when they play against. I think it's either going to be against Inter Miami or I don't know who the other team is. It's not Palmeiras, right? I don't know. But anyways, that's all I want to talk about, guys. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.